Welcome, listeners, to the Bleep Midlife Bulimia with host LaurieAnn.
Hi, and thank you for joining me. I'm Whitnie Wiley, and this is Habit Talks. This is my opportunity to talk to thought leaders, authors, and others about habits. And today we are talking about the one habit for entrepreneurial success. And I have with me one of the contributors, LaurieAnn Campbell. How are you doing, LaurieAnn?
I'm good. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
It is my pleasure. So let's start with learning a little bit about you and what you do.
Okay, so I am from originally from Montreal, Quebec, but I live in Milton, Ontario right now in Canada. And my main focus right now is I'm a master certified handwriting analyst. First one in Canada, third one in North America. So pretty pleased about that. And I've just also I've been an author of a children's book, and then just recently, Makeup Not Required: How to Brand the True You. And I am just finishing off my next one, which is called How to Have Your Cake and Not Eat It All Too. And it is about recovering from bulimia.
Oh, wow.
Those are my three main projects.
You're pretty busy. I thought I was busy with projects. That's pretty busy. The wow. You caught me off guard with the last one, and that's something that I think I can that has resonance with me. And wow. Is that
My main,
something from your personal experience?
yeah. So Whitney, when I was 18, and I'm now 58, don't mind saying it, proud of it. But I got started off, and they call it a diet gone wrong, but it becomes a lot more than that. And there's a lot of women over 40 that are still suffering from it.
Yeah.
So that is really what my target market is. I do coach. I am not a counselor. I am not going to counter that. But I do have, with my graphotherapy, because I'm a graphotherapist, I like to work with them and be able to help them to try and get past it. But the other thing too is a lot of women over 40 are embarrassed to say that they still have bulimia. And some of them have been fighting. I did 30 years. I fought against it. I've been recovered 10 years. But it's embarrassing. And it's nice that I'm reaching out to people that are reaching back to me. My group is quite small right now on Facebook because I really just started it. But it definitely has open the eyes to people saying, yeah, there's a place for me, even if I'm over 40, because so many people think bulimia, adolescence, and it's no longer. No.
Wow.
So that's what inspired me.
Oh, and I was just speaking with another contributor in a prior interview, and we're talking about how important it is to take our experiences, right? To not talk about things from an academic point of view or some theoretic point of view, but to actually bring ourselves into our projects and into the things that we're writing. And so, how did you make the decision to move from living an experience with bulimia to saying, I want to be someone who helps other people to do that?
Well, I was really lucky. For a little while, I lost everything. I mean, I went through a divorce, then I bought a business, lost the business. Then I was living with my sister for 8 months. And it was just her support. I think that's one thing that you just need is someone who loves you no matter what. They don't judge you. She goes, I know you're still doing it. I noticed that. But she goes, I love you no matter what, but I don't want to lose you. And that acceptance is really important, that there's somebody there, because I know when I was struggling through it in my earlier years, my parents had no idea what it was. And it was like, well, if you don't stop, I'll throw you out of the house type of thing, and that's not the way to deal with it.
Right.
And I went to therapists and I went to psychiatrists, and they just didn't understand the depth of this, what goes on beyond it, below it, what's going on. I think in different, differs with a lot of people, but I do understand that most people who are bulimic are perfectionists, are overachievers, and that extreme, and it's us that most of the time, but we want to please everyone and show I'm good.
Right.
When you let go of that, it's a lot easier to let go of the bulimia. So it was almost immediate for me to just say, hey, this isn't right. And then after a couple of months, I go, wow, what a great release, and then now 10 years later, I say the word, why did I ever do it? No, I understand.
Mhm.
But boy, I would never go back to that. I feel as if I've wasted so much time and energy on something that I could have put somewhere else.
And I think that is such a powerful statement in, as one is working through their challenges, whether it is a eating disorder or anything else, right? Is to come to that place where that energy could be used for something much better. And what we're trying to get out of whatever behaviors we have, that there's a better way to get what we're trying to get from that. So I commend you for sharing your story, sharing yourself, and being someone that can help other people navigate that journey. You mentioned some other project. Is this your first time being a best-selling author?
It is the first time as a best-selling author. I am an award-winning author, but it's not from being a bestseller. It's from through the publisher. But this is the first time bestseller. Yes, so it's pretty exciting. One of my dreams, one of those things on my bucket list.
That's cool, and it's really cool when you have something on your bucket list and you actually get to make it happen. Who was the first person you told when you found out that the book was a bestseller?
My parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad got my very first book that I have out now, and then of course as soon as I got them on order, but they were the first ones that I told. And it's just nice because my dad, he just sort of when it comes to that. And then my best friend was the next one that I told.
Okay.
So yeah, she's also been super supportive.
Cool. And how did you come to be a contributor in the book?
Well, I met Forbes Riley, and it was through another friend of mine, and I was on her radio show regarding my handwriting, and that was really exciting. And from there, I kept in touch with her, and then, of course, Steve connected with her, and then they asked us, would you like to be? And I thought, oh my goodness, what a great opportunity. So
well, I'm so glad you did. I imagine that it makes it will help with the other books and projects that you're doing, right? To be able to say that you're a best-selling author, even though you've had other books published in the past. So as we wrap this up, is there something you would like to share with the audience before we go?
I just think if you get the opportunity to be a part of a book or even just write a book, it's really something that you just feel accomplished doing. Yeah. And it sort of puts things into perspective too. When you look back on it, you read through it and you go, wow, that's, I mean, I just wanted to show you really quickly. I wrote my very first one at 18 and published it 30 years later, and that was Hampy.
Oh.
And I learned so much from other books I wrote because the very first one you self-published, but I do have my ISBN. But yeah, it's a learning experience. And the more that you do it, the more that you get. I wouldn't even say it's nice to share and be able to, like the book about bulimia, that's going to be a really big one for me. It's just about done because that one's going to help other people as well. Just like the One Habit's going to help other entrepreneurs. Absolutely. I highly recommend it. If you've got something to tell people, make sure you get it out there.
That's such good advice, LaurieAnn. And again, that you are someone who is willing to share who you are, right? It's not just words, but to share who you are and your journey with people, helping them on their journey is to be commended. And I congratulate you on being a best-selling author and a contributor to the One Habit for Entrepreneurial Success. So if you haven't gotten your copy of One Habit yet, get it. Open it up, just flip to a page. Does LaurieAnn know what page her chapter starts on? No.
I do not at this moment.
I actually love that people don't know. I think that's really cool.
I do have the PDF, but I'm very much a touchy-feely person, so I can't wait to actually hold the book.
So just flip open the book. Pick a page, any page, start reading the habit that's there. If it resonates you, incorporate it into your life, into your business. And if it doesn't, there are 820 something pages in here. To flip open and find another one, and keep flipping until you find those that make a difference, help you to improve your life in your business. And so, LaurieAnn, thank you so much for making the time to come on and talk with me today. And I wish you continued success and good luck with your next book.
Thank you so much, Whitney. Thanks for having
All
me.
right. Take care.
Have a great day.
Thank you for listening to this episode. Be sure to visit me at bleepbulimia.com.